stream, as you mentioned, of posts on Truth Social. So I called him and asked and just got right to the point, because the posts sound as though this has been agreed to. And when I asked, did Iran agree to the main sticking point here of stopping enriching uranium, which is meaning getting rid of their ability to create these weapons, he said yes. So I said, did they agree to stop enriching uranium? He said they agreed to everything. And then he asked me, are you surprised? So I asked him, are you surprised? And he said, I'm not surprised by anything.
Stop what you're doing. The world just changed in the last hour. Iran has officially capitulated, the Strait of Hormuz is open, and oil prices are in a historical freefall. This is the moment the deal was confirmed, and it's going to impact your wallet by tomorrow morning.
A rocket on this news this morning that there has been a decision to reopen the strait. That came from the Iranian foreign minister, confirmed by our side as well. And you see that post from the president. 49,622 right now, Bill. 50,000 is in reach.
Isn't so much that they got a sense of what.
Wait, did you catch the sheer scale of what just happened in the global markets? We're looking at a massive 10% drop in oil futures the exact second that announcement hit the wire. That isn't just a regular market dip. That's a total correction, because the risk of a global energy crisis basically evaporated in a single morning. Look at the chart on the screen. You see that vertical red line? That represents billions of dollars in war premium just vanishing into thin air. It's wild because while everyone was focused on the potential for boots on the ground, the real war was being won on the balance sheets. The Iranians realized they were bleeding hundreds of millions of dollars a day under that naval blockade, and they simply ran out of runway. Here's a pro tip. Always follow the money when these geopolitical shifts happen. When the cost of holding a position becomes higher than the cost of surrendering, even the most stubborn regimes fold. This wasn't a military victory in the traditional sense. It was a total economic checkmate that caught the entire EU and China off guard while they were still trying to figure out their next move.
Iran agreed to the main sticking point here of stopping enriching uranium, which is meaning getting rid of their ability to create these weapons. He said yes. So
check out the body language and the tone here. This was a high-stakes verification call. The reporter is asking about the one thing that usually takes years to negotiate, the enrichment of uranium. When you hear that they agreed to everything, that includes giving up the nuclear stockpile. Think about that. Most analysts predicted this would take a decade of sanctions or a full-scale conflict to achieve. But the squeeze from the Navy blockade was so surgical that it forced a total 180-degree turn in record time. Look closely at the report details. This isn't just about reopening a shipping lane. This is about a total moratorium on nuclear research. It's the kind of detail that gets buried in the headlines, but changes the entire power dynamic of the Middle East overnight. You're watching a total realignment of global power happening in real time, and most people are still just looking at the gas prices. This call is the smoking gun of the entire negotiation. Now look at this specific part of the deal regarding Lebanon and Israel. This is where it gets really interesting for the expert friends following the strategy. The U.S. is essentially drawing a hard line in the sand, prohibiting further bombing in Lebanon as part of this broader peace package. It shows who is really holding the remote control in this situation. You see the text on the screen? Enough is enough. That's a direct directive that ends months of speculation about how far this conflict would spread. By stabilizing Lebanon separately, they are stripping away the last bit of leverage Hezbollah had in the region. It's a multi-layered chess move. They're stopping the regional fire from spreading while simultaneously putting the fire out at the source in Iran. If you were wondering why the markets are surging, this is it. The forever war narrative just got deleted. It's rare to see a diplomatic maneuver this aggressive and this fast, but the results are staring us right in the face. The world is moving fast today. Hit follow to stay ahead of the next market shift.